And welcome to the 2018 International SilverLakes Cup Championship game between the last two German champions, Borussia Dortmund, the champions in 2017, and the current holders, the Berliners from Hertha Berlin, locking horns in the championship match here from SilverLakes here in Norco, California. So glad you could join us for this wonderful curtain raiser, to what has been a fantastic day today. The second of four games to close out the competition. This one for the hardware. Hertha Berlin will start with the ball in their classic blue and white kits, and of course the world famous yellow and black of Borussia Dortmund. Quality abounding here. 8 teams throughout the last few days battling. These two teams have emerged as the best, and we're underway. All the teams this week staying on campus at the University of California, Irvine, about 45 minutes away. So a fairly early wake-up call when you consider it's time for pregame meal and travel here to get ahead of the warm-ups. Karen Apt is our official today. Both teams extremely athletic. Reda Yusuf Kadra there. He's got the extra short shorts going today. Will be easy to spot out. All the way back and cleaned up, no problem at all, by Nico Lubke. Lucien Halruck is the goalkeeper for Hertha. See how this one builds up over time. Both teams heading back to Germany today have been in the midst of preseason plans. Hertha stepping up the pressure there. And that little scoop flick out enough to keep possession for Dortmund. Hertha on the attack here. First time they've really got a look at it. Jonas Michael Brink cuts it back. Defender falls for Dortmund. Still alive, and that one's shot on the outside of the goal. Justin Weber had gotten free on that left-hand side of number 17. And his effort goes wide, but you see how dangerous he is. Hertha Berlin stepping up the pressure. Keeping the high line. This one just getting underway. Third minute, 40-minute halves here for this under-19 tournament. The third German side, Stuttgart, taking on Mexican side Atlas. And the third place game, the Galaxy came back from 2 goals down to prevail in penalties over their border rival, Club Tijuana Cholos. Michael Brink dancing on the ball. Nerlich gave it away. He comes hunting for it back. Nodded away strongly by Sonny Ziemer. These two teams representing the highest standards of German soccer here. Last two German champions. That one given away. Here's a chance for Hertha on the giveaway, and it's stuffed and held on to. Lucien Halrick was able to stand his ground there. Dennis Chung got in on the giveaway, and the first chance of the game goes begging. Dortmund have yet to get out of their own half. Hertha just pressing high. See if Dortmund can break a line and get out. So far, they have not been able to. Here's a long floating run. Tashreeq Matthews there. That's a good ball against the grain to the left-hand side. Here's Weber again. Strong. And finally taken away by that second Dortmund defender. Heavy on the ground, looking for Chung. It's caught underneath him, couldn't dig it out. Dortmund weathering the early storm. Here's the Dortmund captain, Patrick Osterhage, directing traffic, and into the other half they go now. Matthews gets in behind. The cutback not there. A second crack at it. Headed away. Good first touch away to face. Hertha to the near side. That one just does find its intended target. Matthews shrugged off the ball. Good-looking ball in behind. Deflected. It still may have the desired outcome. Tracked down very nicely, and it'll be a corner kick first of the match. Max Gershka, great hustle by the Hertha player. Got in deep and was able to coax a corner out of it. And the big center backs will get forward, and the first corner kick of the match will go to Hertha. First real chance of the game also belonging to them. Chung unable to capitalize on the giveaway. Michael Brink. Good ball, deep back post. Still alive. Shot deflected in. Chung, left-footed volley. Caught in the tree trunks in between and cleared only to midfield. And that ball is going to be out of play. Tobias Raschel, number 18 for Dortmund, patrolling the midfield. Ball to the near side. Mert Gökhan on the left-hand side, tried to get forward. Another strong player. Just breaking this match in between the last two German champions. Dortmund absorbing the early pressure. A little flick. Good speed here. Good tackle. Challenge won. Ball in. Back post. Something happening there. Driven by Kadra, and it got caught by the good defensive play by Matteo Castrati. Castrati got a foot in that time, but it still gets out wide. Lunges for that ball in. Oh, and it's a miscue. Keeper slipped. Looked like he came out to get it and slipped. And was able just to get enough help behind him. Keep this one scoreless. Dortmund now finally getting a chance to breathe some in their own half. Hertha's backed off some of the pressure some. Schusselberg to the near side. Lubke. Mert Gökhan getting a touch in there as well. Osterhage, the captain. Dortmund taking slow chunks of the field now. Gökhan will get it. He'll turn and face. Not a whole lot of movement in front. Gökhan again. Just going to keep it. Foul here. 10th minute, no score. Gokhan, good ball in, good run in behind. Left-footed ball headed away. Dortmund now beginning to make some inroads on the left-hand side. That one out of play on the far side. Kadra works the 1-2. Another hot day here in Norco at SilverLakes, but there's hardly a blade of grass that isn't having soccer being played on it right now. Players this week have been bunking on the campus at University of California, Irvine, hanging out off the field. They've been going to Hollywood, Warner Brothers, the beach. It's been a great experience, but they've also been doing the work, double days, getting ready for the season. As you'd expect from the last two German champions. It's all business, and they will depart heading back to Germany after today, and I think they're going to sleep pretty good on the plane after this week's work and, of course, playing in this final. First game today, third place championship goes to LA Galaxy, who came from 2 goals down to win on penalty kicks. That ball not deemed to have the sufficient quality of air. Gokhan will do the honors to his captain. Good first touch turn. Tried to lift it forward. Matthews got a foot in there. Not too bravely, but still enough to get possession. Two of the best German U19 teams here, wrapping up their Southern California journey. No foul there. Flicked on just for a moment. Quick chance to counter. That's a great ball fed down the left-hand side. Hertha digging. And the footing giving way that time. Justin Weber, he's done fairly well on that left-hand side, but that time footwear let him down. He did water the field between games today. Surface is great. The Hertha's backed off the pressure they showed to start this game, and that led to their only chance on the giveaway as they stepped up to pressure. Gokhan just, again, keeping it simple, just moving it. More of the same around the backside. Nico Lubka, number 15, has gotten a lot of good touches. Also, so has Osterhage, the captain. And that one just promptly knocked away from Dortmund. Sonny Ziemer there. Matthews on side on that first touch. The takeover, the cutback. Matthews, and he mishit it. Still alive, and it was kept alive on the far side. Dortmund left-footed ball back in. Hertha going to get to it first. The clearance only outside the box. Foul here, no call. Kadra dancing, trying to split the two on the dribble. Dortmund going to keep it back in. Chung fighting, digging. He's held not once but twice to Gokhan, and good work that time. Dennis Chung. Good sportsmanship, slapping 5 right there. What a great way to wrap up preseason training for both these teams. California adventure. I'm sure both staffs happy. The work and the teams playing in a meaningful match. As they know they'll see each other again, but on their side of the pond, no doubt. Good ball in. Lubka's done well. Knocks it away. One of the things that's been so good about this tournament is just the comparison of styles and identities. It's a lot of fun to see all these different teams hold true to the values and the playing style of their club. The first corner kick of the contest. 15th minute. Michael Brink does the honors. A flash headed away, but only as far as Sonny Zemer, whose header back in is over the top. Well, in terms of height and just physical stature, no doubt the Hertha back line, the clear winners there. Matthews turns. Outside the right foot, ball is a beauty, but better defending that time from Sonny Zemer. But Matthews threading the needle that time in stride, laced it. Had a little outside the foot spin to it. They'll keep possession on the throw. Dortmund ease themselves into this contest. Osterhage. Dortmund will go all the way back. Lubka. Gokhan looking for Matthews. That one's overhit. And misplayed for just a brief moment. It's Florian Palmowski who keeps wiping those gloves there. Slipped earlier on the ball that he came out for. That one went through his hands, but he's no worse for wear. The wind picking up some, as it normally does here as the day wears on here in Norco. In this growing and sprawling facility. Quickly it's become the heart of Southern California soccer. And this international competition has a chance to be a big part of summer soccer. So Dortmund going to let Hertha roll the ball around some without any pressure. Ball toward the corner flag is a beauty, but overhit. Just overhit. A couple times Max Gershke has found little pockets out wide. That one, though, overhit. Dortmund to throw in their own third. Let's see how they build it out of this. Matthews gets it back somehow, slips, but first one back on his feet. Dortmund looking to break out. Even numbers rush here. Good, strong run out wide. Kadra. And he misplayed that one, and it just does squeak out a play over the inline. Approaching the first half of the first half, nearly complete. Did have a hydration break in the first game, third place game, won by the LA Galaxy. Same refereeing crew. Now the game's got some flow to it. The early frenetic play has gone away. And we get a whistle. It's going to come all the way back after the ball was played. Looked like Max Marius Nerlich had played the ball and then gotten whacked afterwards, and he'll take a free kick for that. Omar Rikic, first time he's gotten forward. That's a good ball in. Rikic gets it back. One of those good-sized German backs. Good tackle from the side. There's Matthews. Good ball in. Gökhan has Kadra on the far side. Oh, and he can't find him. On the outside back, slowly but surely getting into this game. The outside midfielders pushing forward. That time Gökhan and Kadra gotten really forward, and the left outside midfielder couldn't find the right outside midfielder. As Tashreeq Matthews, who's not very big, but clearly you see how fast he is. Is he able to shimmy through that, dig that ball out, and instant counter? In swinger, flashing wide. Kadra showing off those quads, played in a good ball. And that is how we'll head into our first hydration break. 20 minutes in. We were mentioning in the first game, I was joined by Troy Barty, how it really has been a labor of love for so many people, and so many people really just rolling up their sleeves and working extremely hard to make this happen. Task big and task small. I'm now joined by one of those guys who was doing one of those small tasks. Jurgen Klinsmann, I saw you marshaling down on the field right there and making sure the warm-ups was going on. You greeted me when I came in this morning. Is this tournament, why is this facility so important to you?
Well, this is a very special place here in Southern California, and this is the first time ever that we brought in teams from overseas. And having 3 Bundesliga teams coming over, enjoying this week of under 19-year-old soccer is a real treat for everyone involved. So when we started to pull this tournament off, we want to make sure that they get a lifetime experience out of it. We wanted them not only to play, obviously, great soccer on the field, but we also wanted them to experience California. And I think all the teams, also the 2 Mexican teams that came in from Guadalajara and from Tijuana, all of the teams experienced a very special place where we live here. And it's hard always to tell my German friends overseas how nice it is here. And I just told them, listen, come and play the tournament, have a lot of fun with the games, but we would like you to experience California. So the teams took totally advantage of it. They went out there. They visited Hollywood, Santa Monica, the Universal Studios. They went to
all the good Instagram places.
Yes, they went to Huntington Beach to see the Surf World Championship happening. They lived in a university dorm, which for us Germans, universities is a kind of in a certain way a little secret, because we don't understand that you actually live at the university, that you have the dorms. So this life at the university was a very special week to them. They eat there, they see other students coming in, the summer semester is running. So it was an incredible experience for all of us. And we wanted to showcase them, obviously, this facility, SilverLakes here in Norco, California, that is just brand new since 2 years running. And today you see literally on 24 fields, you see about 300 teams all day long going through the different fields and playing the game that we love so much. So it's a very special place.
What have been some of the challenges that you're most happy about when you host 8 teams, especially when you talked about not just first team teams that come over and the big boys, as we see International Champions Cup, they're there to do a job, but you really want them to have an experience. Talk about how meaningful it is for you to really pull it all together where they get to be like college students. They get to do all the cool California things. But again, they're also here playing soccer. Talk about why that was so important to you.
I think for all the players and all the teams, also the coaches and the staff that travels with a team, to experience a completely different lifestyle, a culture that is unique to us in Southern California. And then also to read their opponents, where they're coming from. To play a Mexican team for a German team is very, very different, So they play a different style. They're very emotional. So learning from different style of plays, learning from different cultural backgrounds, and emotional reactions on the field and also in the life outside the field is a tremendous experience, and it will make them mature better. It will make them more open-minded and tolerant towards other approaches, you know,
Great
because
point.
every country has a bit its own approach and things, you know, and within the same country you still have different cultures as well. So we're having now on the field Hertha Berlin. They won the under-19 German championship just 2 months ago.
And
they
shot
scored
right
the
there,
first
and they
goal.
scored the first goal as well, and a well-taken goal. And, you know, it does say a lot that the two best German teams in the last 2 years are here,
Yep.
and that helps raise the quality. What is some of your visions for this tournament, for this facility as it moves forward?
Well, we envision this a yearly event on this high quality under 19 level, and our wish is that from the players that come in through these, you know, year by year tournaments, that we see them one day in the national teams playing for their countries, and maybe playing a World Cup, and hopefully a World Cup in 2026 in the United States.
Well, that's one of the things that, you know, we were talking about is just, you know, Toulon, the international tournament there for national teams, but how much that holds importance in the development. And, you know, this tournament certainly has every opportunity to continue to build, maybe add more teams, and you go from there. Also, talk about the soccer part of it. Obviously, you've been around the game at the highest levels, but what have you been most impressed about these 8 teams that are here representing the U.S., Mexico, and Germany?
Well, you can see that all the top clubs, you know, if it's in MLS, if it's in Liga MX, if it's the Bundesliga, obviously, how much work they invest into the youth development. So these players that we see here, they are prepared for the next steps. You know, their only goal is to break into the professional roster of their clubs. You know, and that's what they're getting prepared for by their coaches, by their staff people. You know, so there's a clear pathway that the only thing that matters to all of these boys here is going professional. So you have on the field now a couple of youth national team players from Germany. They might have already signed pre-contracts, and they are definitely playing in the Bundesliga in a few years from now, and then possibly also for the German national team. And to experience then these players, or you have from Atlas Guadalajara, from Tijuana, one of the best, you know, academies in Mexico, players, or the Galaxy Academy and so on, the Real Salt Lake. These are all players now. They are directed towards a professional game, not towards college. The message is clear to these players. The only pathway for you is go pro and break through and go to the highest level possible. So that's exciting, because then you might see them, you know, in some World Cup qualifiers down the road. You might see them in Qatar, and hopefully we see some of them in 26 in the United States when we host the World Cup alongside Canada and Mexico. But that's where it all starts. So that age group is, these players are very determined. They're very ambitious. They're very focused on and off the field.
This really is. I hadn't thought about it in that context, but these are the players that are going to be in a couple of World Cups from now being relied upon. And for some, the next World Cup, as you know, the cycles come fast and talent usually doesn't wait for anyone. Hertha already with a 1-goal lead. The set piece here after the indirect free kick in the box goes out over the top and out of play. There's so much else going on around this. You've had a lot of college coaches. You have a lot of people around. Just a whole sense of this facility has become just so important. What's it been like working with the city of Norco and just everyone involved to make this happen?
It is wonderful that this facility becomes a real focus point for the communities from all the neighboring cities. Obviously, let's see the chance now coming through for Dortmund first. Whoa.
Cadre on the far side.
Yeah,
That was a
nice.
great look, huh?
Yeah.
Fantastic
Yeah.
look. And, you know, to pick up on your point, you know, what is, you know, some of the things that you absolutely know have to happen for, you know, not only this tournament to grow, but more importantly for the experience to continue to grow and for you guys to add to it, so it becomes one of those things that these clubs and these players look forward to?
Mainly this facility is kind of the helping point for a lot of families and youth clubs and soccer organizations kind of to showcase their talent, to bring the kids out there. And with this tournament here, we have the international teams obviously playing on a very, very high level. But next to it, you have thousands of kids playing at the same time, and they walk over, they check it out, they stop 10, 15 minutes and see what these players are doing. So you want to link them all together, and we want, with this facility here in the Inland Empire of Los Angeles, we want really kind of to see a growth of the game, but also of the understanding how soccer really
works,
and from bottom to top, from top to bottom, and link them all together and experience that in a positive atmosphere, in a very friendly and good atmosphere. So I mean, this will definitely be one of the top places for the game in the United States.
Yeah, it's growing, and I remarked to you that feels like every week when I come down here, there's something new, and just continue to add to the infrastructure and all the amenities. The field house is fantastic. Everything is just adding to just creating a really great and rich experience. Speaking of experiences, I really did enjoy seeing your post from Red Square. You're always on top of trends. Give me one or two thoughts on what you saw this summer in Russia that you think will impact some of these teams, these under-19 teams, in terms of standards and quality. Some of the things that you saw that absolutely are now sort of hallmarks of the game in terms of how you have to play and the type of player you need to be successful.
Well, I had the pleasure to go to Russia for the last 2 weeks for the knockout phase, working for BBC in England alongside Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer and Rio Ferdinand.
It's a lot of goals. Yeah. It's a lot of goals between you three.
And Rio Ferdinand, he defended them.
Yeah.
The trend coming out of the World Cup obviously is that we see certain things going back to certain values of the game, and one major value of the game is team spirit. So the teams that ended in the Final Four were all real teams. They were working as a team. So it was not based on individual talent only. Do they have special individual talent? If you talk about France and Croatia, absolutely. But first and foremost, you have the team collectively working together. You see a trend that is kind of teams going away from the only passing game, just possession-based
just for possession's
soccer.
Sake,
yeah, because it's not getting you anywhere if you don't score at the end of the day. So counter break was a big topic in this World Cup. Fast transition, speed like Mbappe has.
Yes.
So it was a fascinating World Cup. It was beautiful to watch. Russia was an amazing host. They did a wonderful job. And those trends coming out of the World Cup will be taken now seriously by the big European clubs that are also here right now in the United States to showcase themselves.
Yes.
And you will see that trend happening in the Champions League next year, whatever was showcased in Russia. Now, before I head out,
yes,
again,
please.
I just want to say 2 words in German real quick, if you don't mind.
Yes,
because
please.
We have a lot of fans on YouTube right now watching this game in Germany. Ja, ich wollte nur ganz liebe Grüße sagen, natürlich vor allem an die Familien und Freunde von den deutschen Mannschaften hier, von Hertha Berlin, vom BVB und vom VfB Stuttgart. Die Jungs haben hier eine Riesenwoche erlebt, nicht nur auf dem Platz, wo sie tolle Spiele gezeigt haben, sondern auch außerhalb vom Platz. Die haben eine Erfahrung gemacht, wie sie vielleicht noch nie gehabt haben. Die haben in der Uni gelebt für eine Woche. Die sind überall unterwegs gewesen in Los Angeles, von Hollywood bis zu Santa Monica, bis zu den Universal Studios, bis zu einer Surf-Weltmeisterschaft in Huntington Beach. Also die hatten viel, viel Spaß, und ihr habt es ja wahrscheinlich alle auf Social Media sehen können, dass sie da sehr aktiv sind. Von daher ganz viele liebe Grüße aus Los Angeles an euch alle und hoffentlich auf bald mal wieder.
Thank you. Jurgen Klinsmann, folks, thank you again, Jurgen. This is a wonderful, wonderful event. Appreciate you always keeping me in the mix, and fitting, very fitting here that two of the best in Germany are here in an event and facility that one of the best ever to play for Germany is very much a big part of. Still 1-0, 34th minute of our 40 here. Weber the only goal scorer. It's been some good possession. Two teams have come a long way to play each other, the two best in Germany in the last couple of years, under 19 champions. I thought Jurgen said it perfectly. All the players here only focus on the first team. It's a good reminder of the standards at play. Here's Gökhan. He's drifted a bit deeper to play make. That one slipped through. Hertha taking advantage of the loose ball. That one a deep curling long ball. Not going to have enough on it. Good tackle though, and good win for just a second. Desrick Matthews is coming to this game here. Gets through that tackle. Gets some help there. Of course, Dortmund has been linked over the years to, of course, many Americans right now. Christian Pulisic is the one that gets to wear the Dortmund kit with the first team as they get ready for what they hope is a good German campaign. Of course, it's always a matter of who can put pressure on Bayern. Matthews 1-0 to that one. Cleaned up. Tobias Raschel has been very good for Dortmund. Deep line cross offside. As this game has gone on, Tobias Raschel's really stepped in to control the action. Number 18, the yellow and black. Matthews, the number 20 as well. But Hertha, the free kick in the lead. Justin Weber, the lone goal scorer. Inside the final 5. Matthews got up that time. Hertha quickly recover. All the way back to their goalkeeper. Calm on the ground. Matthews closing. Now Dortmund step collectively, and that's a goal kick. Good recognition from everyone behind. Seen the guy in front pressuring. They all stepped up their gate. Close the angle, but they will now have to work from the goal kick. Soccer, as far as the eye can see here in Silver Lakes. Very much the heartbeat of soccer now in Southern California. 2018 International Silver Lakes Cup Championship game. Hertha, one hand on that trophy, nearly one half through. The wind slowly but surely picking up. Good win defensively that time to reach around. That shot never had a chance on target. Florian Rasch also active. Dortmund heading back to Germany today. The fun of Southern California long behind them. Memories that will last a lifetime with them. Well flicked forward. Palmowski will keep it on the ground. Was called in action one time in the first half. Made a good play. Dortmund seemed content to let them roll around until they start to make any real penetrations forward. Second ball collected by Dortmund. Getting an elevated foot that time. Osterhage. Tall drink of water. Lanky on the ball now. Reaches, collects. Dortmund captain settles on Gökhan. He'll just keep it moving. Efficient player. Hertha not yet activating the full pressure. Now they do on the giveaway. Early ball collected. Not a chance to counter, but they can't start the attack on the left-hand side with space. Here's the goal scorer. Good turn. The 1-2. Can he play one more? He can, but Gokhan is there to side foot it away calmly. Matthews skipped around one side, turned the other. Good skill. And the shot, dipping and snatched out of the air. That was a highlight reel moment right there. Great work, great skill by Max Marius Nerlich. Like when he first hit it, it had the keeper beaten, but then it started to dip as the wind now is shifted from the left-hand side more to the right-hand side with the flags in front of our vantage point. Whistle here, foul. We've played our 40. Let's see how much we have added on here. One minute. Looks like it was 1 minute now, but it looks like I'm being told now it's 2. Good switching ball toward the corner flag. Gerske could not get that cross in. Didn't have that many committed in the area. Hertha the ball in the lead. Here at the end of the half, Chung tried to dance his way through, earns a corner. Chung had the first chance of the game the first couple of minutes on the giveaway. Couldn't get the ball out from underneath him, but Hertha has been able to stay on the front foot and then have a corner kick here at the end of the first half to add to their lead. Stoppage time, corner kick. See if Hertha can double their lead. Good-looking ball, headed down, flicked away. Chopped down on the volley, hint of a handball. Well, depending on where you stand, there is no VAR. That could be a good thing. Under 19 here, the last two German champions, separated by just one goal here. Great skill here. Dortmund maybe trying to tie us right before the break, out wide. Kadra to the inline, pulls it back, stops it. Anyone there? Finds an angle. The shot. And the good thing and the bad thing about long legs, Osterhage, all in that moment. Too long to get that lever all the way around, but that is how the first half will end. Hertha Berlin leading 1-0 in the 2018 International SilverLakes Cup Championship game against their German rival, Borussia Dortmund. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, second half kickoff from SilverLakes here in Norco. And we are back, getting set to get half number 2 underway. Hertha Berlin halfway through a 2018 International SilverLakes Cup, championship. Here's a lead, Borussia Dortmund 1-0. Beautiful day here in SilverLakes in Norco, California. Warm and toasty per usual. But if this half is like the second half of the first game today between Cholos of Club Tijuana and the LA Galaxy, then we're in store for much more. Half number 2 underway. Dortmund have some work to do, trailing with the ball here. A couple of changes for each team. We'll get you familiar with the new 11 for each. Both teams heading back to Germany have been all about the double days and season preparation. First touch opens up. Long ball forward. One of the new players in. Looking for another new player, and that one knocked away. So good work early on that time. As Emmanuel Ferry, who slips that ball through to the Dortmund captain, Osterhage. His ball promptly banged away. Hertha trying to counter. Wertmuller. Still a good fight here. All the way back to the Dortmund goalkeeper. Harold Luck. Only as far, though, as Hertha. Hertha will slow it down. Michael Brink gets it back. He was solid in the first half, as was Sonny Ziemer. Matteo Castrati, the left back. Sweet first touch that time for Omar Rakik. All of these young men have been good for Hertha, hence the lead. Good first touch by Gökhan, but he lost it on the second. Dennis Chung has been a handful to start each half. And he tried to clip that ball through, was cut out. Here's Kadra. Going with the short shorts. Sweet, tight turn. Better tackle, though. Tariq Gazurzian, number 6 on the ball. He's into the match for Hertha to start this half. Confident turn that time by Ziemer. As we mentioned in the first half, the last 2 German under-19 champions here. Dortmund in 2017, and just about 2 months ago, Hertha Berlin. They're the current holders and head into the season as such. And they have a bit of that championship swagger. The ball in the lead here. I mentioned the Galaxy coming from 2 goals down to win in penalties in the third place game. Atlas plays Stuttgart. Guadalajara side playing the Germans, and Real Salt Lake and Real SoCal battling here in the 4 games to close out this 8-team tournament. Our big thanks to Jurgen Klinsmann for joining us in the first half to give us a bit more depth and insight into the tournament's operations, is working, the vision, the future of this place. And the tournament itself could be here to stay, and if it is, it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for so many players that not only experience California, but also continue to pave their path toward being a pro, which for just about all these players in this competition, that is indeed the case. Real SoCal, the only non-professional team amongst the 8. So the opportunity for them even greater. They're actually coached by former U.S. international and German youth international Jermaine Jones, who was up here hanging out here ahead of his game this afternoon. Hertha, no problem at all. Castrati didn't like what he saw on the left-hand side, so he finds Rakik. That man Chung again, active, busy, buzzing around. Good first-time ball, another good one, and now the space opens up on the near side. 3 in a row. And Castrati has the ball again. He's the one who started the play with that long switch initially. Good ball laid off the first time. Hertha again trying to double their lead. No problem at all. Kadra early. And they're out. Tobias Raschel finally does turn. Breaks the line with that pass. Finds his captain. Little takeover. No, they decide to forego it. They come to the left-hand side. Never had a chance to get through. Good stuff tackle. And Luka, one of the few times he hasn't been good on the ball. Here comes Dortmund. Raschel. Swiveling those hips. Ball too heavy that time. No whistle, though. Raschel played through it. Gets it back. First time ball, the 1-2 again. Tries a nutmeg. Doesn't come off. Confident young man, though. Confident back heel. Here's a goal score. I don't know if that ball was all the way out. Nonetheless, it was judged to have been all the way out. The grounds crew able to water the surface in between halves. 40-minute halves here. 7 minutes into half number 2. Raschel. Foul. That time. Sonny Ziemer was too aggressive, too tall. Didn't get low enough, got caught too high, and low man usually wins. And the turn and the foul and a free kick in a good spot for Dortmund. We need a little spark here. Oh, they play quick. Dortmund playing quick. Hertha still organizing. Oh, and it has to be touched up. A big right hook in the end. The left hand has the lever. And he gets it up over for another set piece, this time with the corner kick variety. Florian Palmowski able to palm that one away at the last. First corner, half number 2. They go short. Lefted it. Just wide. Great chance created off the set piece. Left-footed ball, and Osterhage had just a couple of hairs on it. Needed much more. Chung, great first touch and turn through the referee's legs. Here's the goal scorer again. Weber. Ooh, he was going to go with the left foot at the very end. Here's Kadra. Sweet first touch on the left foot on the deflection. Bursting through. Quads firing there. Foul. And a yellow card as well. Sonny Ziemer, we had a good point of view on it. Hard right hand in the back. So Ferry suffers a foul. Yellow card given. See what Dortmund had. The last free kick they took quickly. They parlayed that into a corner, which gave them nothing. Let's see what they have here. 10 minutes into half number 2. Condra and Osterhage, left footer, and it's just cleared away at the 6. No far as Raschel keeps it in. Gokhan. Oh, it's a good ball in. The volley will stay here. Corner kick. He had a long look at that one as that one sat up nice and high, had a chance to get his feet right. Timed it. Took a deflection on the way. Tell you what, if I was a young man, I just would have been hitting half volleys after this summer's World Cup. And we get another foul as Hertha have lost some discipline here in terms of fouls conceded. That's the 3rd in and around the area. Dortmund haven't cashed in yet. So this one, 18 yards out. And just a couple of steps from the perpendicular of the box extended. Right-footed option. Let's see what we get here. That one flashing in and wide. Oh, the low route. Palmowski, I think, was waiting for something up high, and that one was driven down low. And he didn't know much about it as that one skipped hard and flat. Just a couple of yards away from his far post. Hertha managing this 1-goal lead here. Not a convincing second half thus far. Dortmund ready to bring on a trio of changes here. As the team that they have right now is very much started to come back. Here's Chung, the one-man counter. Away he goes. Stops, starts, waits. Tried to scoop it along the inline. Best defender in the world, the inline or the sideline. That time used perfectly by Dortmund. The breeze that we have picking up being enjoyed by the Ruhr Valley side, Dortmund. Of course, their longtime rivals, Schalke and Dortmund, have both done well for the American professional soccer player over the years, both now and in the past. Jovan Karofsky spell with Dortmund back in the day. I believe has a Champions League winners medal with them way back when. I mentioned Christian Pulisic before. Also the wearers of the famous black and yellow socks. So everyone in the mix now for Dortmund today. Last 30 minutes of their international SilverLakes Cup experience. So joke with Jurgen. The event organizers took the kids to all the cool Snapchat and Instagram spots. Hollywood, Warner Brothers, the beach. Long first touch, Castrati. The goal scorer, Weber. Wertmuller has been very good at number 14 in blue and white. Grushke, all that still kept it alive. Conceded some territory, gets it back. Nice little heel flick. Castrati again, he's got time and space. Probes, cuts it back. The 1-2 takeover. Hertha, though, some of their best possession. Here's a chance here. Second half sub, lets it go, and it's in! Oh, a banger of a goal, and Hertha make it 2. Tariq Gozurstian with a hammer right-footed shot that sailed into the upper 90, tailing away in a great sequence by Hertha, where just about everyone touched it. A great team goal. You could hear by the applause and the eruption of the bench and the complete team celebration, and what a goal that was. And the current German champions have staked a 2-goal lead here. But if you were with us earlier, you know that 2-goal lead in the first game, the third-place game today, ended up being a loss as Cholos were dominating the LA Galaxy, who used a stoppage time penalty kick to win in subsequent penalties at the death. Let's see if Dortmund have the same sort of comeback in spirit. We shall see. Hertha, very much looking like the German champions they are. What a hammer that was to make it 2. No-nonsense clearance by Ziemer, who is on a yellow card. That's a great ball out to Chung. So quick. Gave it away on the left-footed long ball. Raschel wearing the captain's armband now for Dortmund, directing traffic. Luca's ball given away. And Hertha looking very good. Here's the man who scored the first, Weber. Michael Brink says, let me get in the attack here on the overlap. Waiting, well fed. Way to reward the run. Palmed away. Oh, through the legs on the loose ball pickup. Great recovery. Going to get the foul, though, by Michael Brink, but he'll take it. Quickly played. Dortmund on the quick restarts. That one misplayed by Gökhan, one of the first errant passes he's made. That looked a bit like a tired touch, a cumulative effect. Good long run out of the back, picked up. And the pass off the mark. Yassine Ibrahim just into the game. Number 11 for Dortmund was on a souped-up bike. He looks very quick. First time he got to open it up, and he could be a handful if he gets some space. Goal in each half for the Berliners. Didn't get a chance to ask Jurgen how his son Jonathan's doing. Continues his professional career at Hertha Berlin. Well played. Ramsey Ferjani, the number 5, has come in. Hertha going to the bench. And 3 of their better players will come off. Michael Brink, Chung, and Ziemer all off. Good shift of work by them. Here's Ibrahim showing off that speed I mentioned. Able to earn a throw-in. And that one's going to take a deflection out for a corner. Or wait, actually goal kick. Goal kick, pardon me. Inadvertent signal that time by Karen Apt, running the middle today. I can't think the market for games for referees. It's a dry one with all the soccer going on, whether it be NWSL or high stakes competitions around. It just seems right now there's just about soccer being played everywhere here in the States. That one slipped through. Inadvertent chance here. 2-1. There's Ibrahim. That was an inadvertent physical challenge. No foul. And the loose ball, when it's all said and done, finds the second half sub Ibrahim, who flashes in from the left-hand side and pulls one back. And we're going to use this opportunity to double dip and take Another hydration break. Hertha had stopped for just a moment thinking there would be a foul called. It was loud. It was hard. No whistle. And just that pause in the Hertha defense gave the young men in yellow and black the opportunity they were looking for. In the second half, sub Ibrahim, who's looked lively in about 3 minutes, tucks it home. 20 minutes into the final 40 here. Stuttgart playing Atlas, and Real SoCal and Real Salt Lake battling as well today to close the curtain on the 2018 International SilverLakes Cup, which by all accounts a very successful one here at the 24-field SilverLakes complex here in Norco. Last week, Southern California just absolutely crushed by extreme heat. This weekend, much cooler, but still warm, still hot. And Jurgen Klinsmann is so kind enough to make sure he let everyone know back in Germany, everyone that's streaming these, usually family members and people attached to the club, and making sure they all understood the importance to him and the experience and how comprehensive it was in terms of on and off the field, something the boys will always remember. There are a lot of beaches in this world, only one Huntington Beach, which is fantastic experience for them to be at the Surf Championships. So that hydration break came right on the heels of the Dortmund goal. 2-1 now between the last two German champions. Good first touch there off the thigh. Good first touch forward. That's another good ball to break a couple of lines. Held on to by Raschel. He's been great, in my opinion. Oh, a good attempt there. Good chase here. Don't want to commit a foul. Well played. Allah Bakir did a good job of pressuring, earning that throw in. That one just out of play. Should be air at the ball. It was clearly off of Dortmund. I thought Malta Wingarowski just into the game for Dortmund. It rolled that one out of play. Verjani had it stuck for a moment, able to clean it up and get it out wide. Luca's been solid, number 15, left back. Foul called here. Hertha's conceded some free kicks. Dortmund don't ever take their time on them. They play quick, play with tempo. Bakir lost it. Is Bakir going to get to this one? He will not, despite his great ambitions. Heading toward the final quarter of an hour. People still streaming by, checking out this one. Great little interchange there. Good turn. That one floated in deep. Had to be a good clearance, and it was. Good move. Does he get to the end line? He does. Does he pull it back? He does again. And Hertha had a chance right there. Poor clearance. Here's a chance. Opens up. One more. Right-footed shot. No chance. That one hit too high. Had to stay down over it. Justin Weber has one. Couldn't make it a second. But Tariq Gajrusian goal right now, the difference between these two, and it was a quality goal. 30 plus into the right-hand corner. That caused a bit of an interruption from all sides, as it was one of those ooh moments. Raschel continues to direct traffic. Getting very physical now and choppy. Raschel again down in play. Great tempo about this Dortmund team. Heavy first touch. Yep, got to punish that. And they do. Weber. That's Weissmuller. Oh, he goes past Ferjani. Pulls it back. Hint of a handball. Yes. Unlucky. Penalty kick. Ramsey Ferjani couldn't drop step quick enough to turn and chase. And in his recovery on the cutback, that ball in, looked like he took a bounce, and the lucky one got him in the hand. And Hertha have a chance to restake their 2-goal cushion. And one of the men of the matches so far, one of the men of the match, I should say, Justin Weber for Hertha, has a chance, has 1 goal. Trying to add the bookend to this 3-1 potential score line. And he does just that. That was banged cleanly the other way. And Hertha now up again, 3-1. Well struck penalty. Dortmund had 1 response. Let's see if they have another one to cut into this lead. Good work by Justin Weber. Scored the first goal, now has the third. Sandwich in between was a rocket from Tariq Gazursian. Weissmuller. Ole. Can he slip someone? He can. 3 in the box. Cleared away. Game stretch some. Raschel. Ibrahim has the Dortmund goal. Lost it. Onside. Now he's off. That's the right call. That is the right call. He just did come back from an offside position. Nearly snuck into the blind spot to win it back. Bakir changes it with the long ball, too long. Ibrahim, Raschel got caught in between. Good strong tackle. Confident. Weber again, he's getting all the looks he wants. Draws a second defender. Let's see what he does here. Earns a corner. '69th minute. Deep ball headed back. Is it going to stay here? It will. Far side corner kick. Hertha content to let this one slip away into the afternoon sun. And breeze has picked up some now, going north to south after blowing west to east for the morning. Hertha into the midday sun. This one comes up and down. Poor clearance. Foot race here, but Pomowski, well done off his line, and no problem at all. He just bangs that one away. 1-2 on the layoff. Matteo Castrati, number 24, has been solid. Both these teams, plenty of players very much representing the multinational families that our world now has. The little tackle came in late, but looked clean. Weissmuller, it's been good. Dortmund leaving a little shoulder here and there, a little afters, just to let everyone know they're still playing. Ibrahim tracking all the way back, wins it. He's got the lone tally for Dortmund. Can they hold it here? They cannot. Rakik has been good. Here's Ibrahim. He's fast. Here he goes. Off the ball. Oh, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. It was off the ball. And I mentioned there's some afters and some stuff happening when the ball is not in the area. That time, Karen App, the referee, saw it. And Ibrahim was in, and that chance has to go. Errant ball there. Dortmund still have time to create a couple chances here. Weissmuller sees that he's the only one in blue in his neighborhood, so he'll wait. Beats one. Can't beat the second. Job done, though, as he'll squeeze some more clock. Gosurian did well to draw the foul. Weissmuller, ball seems to stick to his feet. Spins one into the corner. That one headed in and down. What a great job there. Luka Nolman, I thought, did well to get to it. Not only did he nod it down in a great spot. Weber on the clean pickup. Opens up the hip, closes them, just surges now. Big man going forward, beats one. Not going to beat Ferjani that time. Ferjani used his strength. Great work, though. He's a player. Nauman did well, gambled. Platinum due. Can't win it. Raschel outside the right foot ball. Quality on the dime. Ibrahim running forward. Here's the pull back there, and it's going to be just cleared away. Well cleared away at that for a throw-in only. Well inside the final 10. Hertha closing in on the perfect ending to what has been a trip to remember for a lifetime. Ferjani. It's a good ball. Errant ball there. Will be cleaned up by Hertha. Castrati's been good. Castrati staying high. Mateo on his bike. Let's see if this was going to have a chance to stay in. It won't. But that gives them an opportunity to get organized out of their own back. Nauman pressuring. Raschel just slips past one. Plays that Luka Modric outside the right foot. Ball on the money. Raschel's been as good as anyone. Here's a chance here. Missed clearance, but good cover. Good work by Castrati that time to provide some cover from the weak side. Dortmund, though, only down at two goals here. Here's a chance to pull one back. Clipped wide. Ala Ahmed Ali Bakir with the chance. Ball was just too close to his left foot, so when he was snatching at it, and his hips were always pointing toward that far post. Ball needed to be more toward his right foot so he can keep his hips, his belly button pointed toward that far post. That touch had him, hips opened up all the way toward that food truck behind the goal. Ooh, and a mistake here. Minute 77. Dortmund, a chance. Stuttgart and Atlas play next. That corner. Dortmund keeping in. Onside, Ibrahim. Dipped one way, then back the other. And Palmowski doesn't want to get too cute here, trying to squeeze a couple more seconds of the clock. And that first touch almost went off his hips and thighs and in. Foul here. One goal at half to Hertha. They've added two more. Dortmund have added just one. And Weissmuller. As his back heel flick doesn't come off. Here's a foot race here. And that's well handled. Very professional there in the clearance. Don't mess with it. Knock it away. Know the score, know the time. Same man, same result. Dortmund making Hertha play it out. Gershka's been one of the heroes today in this final for the Berliners. Headed away. Gokhan couldn't slip it through. This will take us into the 80th minute. Bakir hits it well. Nauman is there. Ibrahim, can he get to the second touch? Gershka too much, and the Hertha defense has been solid. Now a player down. I believe that's for Geek there. Yep, he's being helped up. expect a couple of minutes to be added on. Good dummy. Raschel with the challenge. Naumann just able to flick it forward. Weissmuller chasing. Raschel, good ball out. Gokhan able to keep it. Raschel again. And that ball's going to be too much. Got to get that out of the air. Championship game winding down. Hertha too good today. Two great deciding games today. The third place game going to the Galaxy, coming from 2 goals down and then winning in penalties. And this 4-goal final featuring 3 in the second half. Here's Hertha. We're not done counting yet. Possibly. Weissmuller picks it up. Has a go. Fists it away. Hit that well, but right at the goalkeeper. Barjani had stayed forward on that last foray. And he'll just lumber to try to get Palmowski to pick it up. Castrati. Casually beats one. Has that second run. Oh, he seeds it offside. I don't think so. That looked very well timed. Saw that run the entire time, knew exactly what he wanted to do. And if it was offside, it was by the smallest of margins. Nonetheless, Hertha don't need it right now. They have this 2-goal lead, and their best friend is this clock that doesn't have much time left on it. Dortmund goal scorer Ibrahim chasing. Rakik still battling there. Lubka in front of Weissmuller. Raschel, I think all the players know that this one is just about done. Barjani is just posted up top. And that ball, Weber did well there. Castrati didn't know much about it, found it, lost it, in the end, nods it down. And Hertha Berlin, the Berliners, in a battle between the last 2 champions from Germany at the under-19 level and the current holders, Hertha, take care of Dortmund by a final score of 3-1, 1-0 at half. And then it was a hard-fought battle there in the end, as Hertha was just too good. Too many good players on the day, and Dortmund fall by a final score of 3-1. But in the end, it was a great trip had by all and a lifetime full of experiences, no doubt, in their back pockets as they head back to Germany and continue their preparations for the upcoming season, but also continue toward their pathway as professionals. Halfway through the slate today to close out the 2018 SilverLakes tournament. And it will be Stuttgart and Atlas locking horns, and Real Salt Lake and Real SoCal closing the curtain on the 2018 International SilverLakes Cup. But your champion, and a strong second half surging performance, Hertha Berlin, never trailed, never looked back, and clearly deserved team today as they've, I think, put a nice bow on what has been a great week for them, and now they will get on the plane and head for what should be another strong campaign for both of these teams and these staffs and players. Presentation of the hardware. The LA Galaxy able to take home third place earlier, and now we'll hand out even more as both teams will be heavy. One more carry-on, and for Hertha Berlin, one that they'd like to probably put in the case as champions of the 2018 International SilverLakes Cup. So many thank yous to get to as we await the trophy presentation, most notably just all the wonderful people behind the scenes, the wonderful production crew, everyone working very, very hard today in and around the facility, but also all the volunteers, all the staff, all the people that helped shuttle these players back and forth and help make a great experience even better. So on behalf of everyone, we thank you as well for joining us in what is now the back end of summer. And with the World Cup now seemingly going faster and faster in our rear view, it's a good reminder to get back to the grassroots and to where the games are always played at the highest levels here at the youth level. So Dortmund come up short. Plenty of quality players that are pushing through for the first team. I give all the teams so far credit today, as they have not at all shuddered under the heat. Dortmund, one last team photo. They are your runner-up finishers. And in the end, I think a great week for the side from the Ruhr. And hopefully all their social media have been hit with all kinds of cool comments about what a great trip they're having out in the California sun. Great reminder to all of those who live in Cali how special this place can be. So the Berliners are going to gather and take their picture and take their hardware and get ready to head out to LAX so they can get on the plane and get back to Germany. And I'm sure all these players that are traveling today, they're going to sleep hard. Well earned over the last couple of days. Well, if you have not had a chance to get out to SilverLakes, make sure you do so. It is growing and growing and really becoming a great place. And the fun everyone's looking for, Jurgen Klinsmann, how about that? Handing Hertha Berlin under-19 champions of the 2018 International SilverLakes Cup the trophy. That is fantastic. They'll never forget that. As a true German legend handing over the trophy to the German champions. And with that, what a great way to close out this second game today, the championship game for the 2018 International SilverLakes Cup. Hertha Berlin, in the battle of the last two German champions, get it done 3-1 over Borussia Dortmund. For everyone involved, congratulations. And we thank everyone far and wide who joined us for the broadcast of this great curtain close to what has been a wonderful, wonderful event. So on behalf of the entire crew, everyone here at SilverLakes, I'm Alan Hopkins, and we hope that you will join us next year from the International SilverLakes Cup from SilverLakes in Norco. Good day, everyone.